Now, 11th salient feature of Indian Constitution is a secular state. 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 The Constitution of India stands for a secular state. It means India does not uphold a particular religion as the official religion of the Indian state. The word secular was added to the preamble by the 42nd Amendment of 1976. India, no religion. India has no religion as official religion. Okay. Word secular was added. Word secular was added by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, which is also known as Mini Constitution, in 1976 during the internal emergency period. Internal emergency period, what was that? 1975 to 1977. Now, what are the provisions present in our Indian Constitution which shows the secularity of Indian state? The provisions are Article 14, 15, 16, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. 14, 15, 16, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. These provisions are of fundamental rights. Fundamental rights. And of DPSP, that is only Article 44, that to have a uniform civil code was to India. DPSP Article 44, what it includes? It says India to have a uniform civil code for all citizens. DPSP. Now I will explain one by one articles how they shows the secularity of Indian state, secular character of Indian state. First of all, Article 14. Article 14. The state shall not deny to anyone equality before the law or equal protection of the laws. The state shall not deny to anyone equality before the law or equal protection of the laws. The state shall not deny to anyone equality before the law or equal protection of the laws. Here, state is giving equality to everyone. State is giving equality to everyone. State is giving equality to everyone. To everyone. It means state is not discriminating on the basis of religion, caste, race, or any ground. It means the state is endeavoring a secularity character, a secular character. Okay, hence Article 14 shows the secular character of the Indian state. Secular character of the Indian state. Now Article 15. Article 15. Article 15. The state shall not discriminate against any citizen on the ground of religion. The state shall not discriminate against any citizen on the ground of religion. The state shall not discriminate against any citizen on the ground of religion. Article 15. It directly shows the secular character. The state shall not discriminate against any citizen on the ground of religion. On the ground of religion, not discriminate. Article 15 directly shows the secular character of the Indian state. Secular character of the Indian state. Now comes the article number 16. Article 16. Now Article 16. Article 16. Equality for all citizens in matters of employment. Equality for all citizens in matters of employment. Equality for all citizens in matters of employment. In matters of employment. Equality for all citizens. Equality for all citizens in matters of employment. Equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters of employment. Equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters of employment. Equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters of employment. Article 16. Equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters of employment. Now Article 25. Now what is the Article 25? Every person is entitled to freedom of conscience and right to freely profess, practice and propagate any religion. Okay. Now the Article 25 is every person is entitled to freedom of conscience and to freely, freely, and the right to freely profess, practice, and propagate any religion. Article 25. Every person is entitled to. Every person is entitled to right to conscience and the right to freely profess, practice, and propagate any religion. Okay? Profess, practice, and propagate. Triple P. Now in this, the keywords are, which shows the secular character of the Indian state. Freely profess, practice, and propagate any religion, any religion, any religion, any religion. Every person is entitled, to right to conscience, right to conscience, right to conscience. Now, what is conscience? Conscience is something of faith. A strong faith is called conscience. If I have a strong faith towards Hindu gods, then it is a conscience. If I strong faith towards Guru of Sikhism, then it is also a conscience. If I have a strong faith towards Muslim God, then it is also a conscience. If I have a strong faith towards Christian God, then it is also a conscience. And everyone is free to profess, practice, and propagate any religion. So this directly shows the secular character of the Indian state. Now next article is article number 26. Article 26. Article 26. Every religious denominations or a section of it shall have the right to manage its religious affairs. To manage it shall have the right to manage its religious affairs. Shall have the right to manage its religious affairs. Shall have the right to manage the religious affairs. Every religious denominations or a section of it shall have a right to manage its religious affairs. Now here the word every religious denominations shows the secular character of the Indian state. Secular character of the Indian state. Secular character of the Indian state. Okay. Now article number 27. Now article 27. No person shall be compelled to pay any tax for the religious affairs. For a particular religion. No person shall be compelled to pay taxes for the promotion of a religion. Article 27. No person can be compelled to pay tax for the promotion of a religion of a religion. So here the keyword are which shows the secular state, that no person can be compelled to pay tax for the promotion of a religion, means no tax can be levied forcefully for the promotion of any religion. So this directly shows the secular character of the Indian state. Secular character of the Indian state. Now the article number 28. Article number 20. Now article number 28. No religious instruction shall be provided in any educational institutions maintained by the state. In any educational institutions maintained by the state. What is article number 28? No religious instruction shall be provided. 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 No religious instruction shall be provided in any educational institutions maintained by the state. कोई भी सरकारी स्कूलों में हवन या नमाज अदा नहीं की जा सकती. ओके, आर्टिकल number 28. No religious instructions shall be provided in any educational institutions maintained by the state. Maintained by the state. Maintained by the state. Now here the keywords are no religious instructions. No religious instructions shall be provided in any educational institutions maintained by the state. In any educational institutions. In any educational institutions maintained by the state. Maintained by the state. Maintained by the state. मीन्स कोई हवन नहीं होगा, कोई नमाज नहीं अदा की जाएगी सरकारी स्कूलों में, लेकिन जो सेमी कंट्रोल बाय द गवर्नमेंट है, सेमी गवर्नमेंट स्कूल जैसे डीएवी हो गई, तो वहाँ पे हवन किया जाता है क्योंकि वो सेमी गवर्नमेंट है, वो प्राइवेट फंडेड भी है. तो लेकिन जो सरकारी स्कूलें हैं जो टोटली फंडेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट है 100%, वहाँ पे हवन या नमाज या फिर कुछ भी ऐसा रिलीजियस इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं हो सकता है. ठीक है, तो नो रिलीजियस इंस्ट्रक्शन, एनी नो रिलीजियस इंस्ट्रक्शंस, ये कीवर्ड है. एनी एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन एंड स्टेट, दीज आर कीवर्ड्स व्हिच शो द डायरेक्ट सेक्युलर कैरेक्टर ऑफ इंडियन स्टेट. नाउ आर्टिकल नंबर 29. आर्टिकल नंबर 29. आर्टिकल नंबर 29. Article 29. Any section of a citizen shall have the right to conserve its distinct language, script or culture. Any section of the citizen shall have the right to conserve its distinct language, script or culture. Article 29. Article 29. Article 29. Any section of citizen shall have the right to conserve its distinct language, script or culture. Here the keywords are any section of citizen shall have the right to conserve its language, script or culture. So these keywords show secular character of Indian state. Okay, now article number 30. Article 30. Now article 30. All minorities shall have the right to establish and administer any educational institutions of their choice. All minorities shall have the right to establish and administer any educational institutions of their choice. Any educational institutions of their choice. All minorities shall have the right to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. To establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. Article number 30. All minorities shall have the right to establish and administer educational institutions, any educational institutions of their choice. This is article number 30. Okay, this is article number 30. Now the keywords present in the article 30 which shows the secular character of the Indian state are all minorities shall have the right to establish and administer any educational institutions of their choice. Choice is a great word. Choice. This keyword show the secular character of Indian state. Secular character of Indian state. Now Article 44. Article 44 is the DPSP. Previously, all the provisions of the Constitution which we were talking about were fundamental rights, but this is the only DPSP which shows the secular character of the Indian Constitution. That is the article number 44, which says for the Uniform Civil Code. UCC. Uniform Civil Code is in the news also. It's a hot topic. So Uniform Civil Code means equal laws for all people. No Muslim League, no Muslim Board, no Waqf, no Muslim organizations, no Muslim committees for separate laws for Muslim people, separate laws for Sikh people, separate laws for Christian people, separate laws for Hindu people, Hindu laws. So there will be a Uniform Civil Code. Uniform Civil Code means uniform laws for every citizen of the country, of the nation. Uniform civil laws, uniform criminal laws for all the citizens of the country. So Article 44 says the state shall endeavor to secure for all citizens a uniform civil code. Article 44, the state shall endeavor to secure for all citizens a uniform civil code. To secure for all citizens a uniform civil code. The state shall endeavor to secure for all citizens a uniform civil code. There will be no Muslim law separate. There will be no Sikh law separate. There will be no Christian law separate. There will be no Hindus law separate. There will be uniform laws for all citizens, for every citizen of the country. Uniform criminal laws and uniform civil laws. So these are the provisions of the Constitution which shows secular character of the Indian state, secular character of the Indian state. This uniform civil code shows the secular character of the Indian state. Secular character of the Indian state. Now, the Western concept of secularism is totally different from the Indian concept of secularism. Western concept of secularism shows the separation between the religion and the state. So the separation between the religion and the state. There is no interaction of the religion with the state. So the countries like France or many European countries or China, they do not support any religion, but they do not support any religion in the whole country. They don't have any official religion, but they do not entertain also any religion in their country. You can't wear a skull cap in France. You can't have a tilak on your head in France. So this is a Western concept of secularism. That is no religion. That is also a good thing, but it is not applicable in India. It is a very positive thing that to not have any religion, because religion creates ruckus or religion creates chaos. It is a one side of the religion, but religion also brings compassion. Religion also brings love. Religion also brings humanity in the society. So there is also a positive side of the religion, which Indian state welcome the positive side of the religion. Indian state, Indian constitution respects the positive side of the religion. Hence, there is a different approach of secularism. There is a different concept of secularism in India. India welcomes all the religion, and India respects all the religion and its right also. Indian state, Indian constitution respects all the religion and their rights of the religion also. Okay, so Indian constitution have a positive, you can say, have a positive approach, positive concept of secularism, that Indian constitution respects and give equality to all the religion. Now we will come to the next feature, salient feature of the constitution. Next salient feature of the constitution is universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise, which means right to vote, which means right to vote, which means right to vote, which means right to vote. Any person who is not less than 18 years shall have the right to vote without any discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, sex, illiteracy, or wealth, and so on. So, 12th salient feature of the constitution is 12th salient feature is universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise. Now, above than 18 years, all citizens above than 18 years have the right to vote without any discrimination on the basis of illiteracy, caste, religion, sex. So, now another important thing in this, the earlier 1989, before 1989, the year of the age to vote was 21 years, but it was reduced from 21 years to 18 years. 21 to 18 years in 1989. 1989 it was reduced. The age to vote The age to vote was reduced from 21 years to 18 years in 1989 by the 61st Constitutional Amendment Act. 61st Constitutional Amendment Act. 61st Constitutional Amendment Act. Now the next salient feature is single citizenship. Single citizenship. Single citizenship. Single citizenship. Now Indian Constitution is federal. Indian Constitution is federal and envisages a dual polity. Envisages a dual polity means India have state and the center. India has the state and the center. India has the center and the state. India has the state and the center. Means dual polity. Our Indian Constitution is federal, but we gives a single citizenship. We gives a single citizenship. We provide only a single citizenship. India provide only a single citizenship. India provide a single citizenship. Despite our constitution is federal, our constitution is not unitary. Our constitution is federal, and we have a dual polity. Dual polity in the sense we have center and the state. Center and the state, but we provide a single citizenship. A single citizenship. A single citizenship. Okay. Now, what happens in US? What happens in USA? In USA, there are two citizenship. One citizenship for the center and one citizenship for the state. So they enjoy two rights. So they have two rights. One right provided by the national government and one right provided by the state government. Okay, one right provided by the national government and one right provided by the state government. Okay, so in US there are double citizenship. There are dual citizenship in USA, but in India there is single citizenship. And India, the rights conferred by the citizen is by the central only. Means in India the rights conferred to the citizen is provided by the central government. Is provided by the central government, not by the state government. We have rights, we have fundamental rights, which is given by the central government, not by the state government. Okay. And we enjoy all those rights, all those rights all over the country. But in USA, the rights given by a particular state is not enjoyed in another state. Let's take an example. I born in a particular state which is named Kundan. Kundan is the name of a state. Okay, in USA. Now when I will go to another state other than Kundan state, then I won't enjoy the rights provided by the Kundan state. I will enjoy only the central state rights. I will enjoy my central state rights, but won't enjoy my state government rights. So, but in India, either I am born in Bihar, but when I will go to UP or Haryana, I will enjoy the same political rights which I have in Bihar. I will enjoy the same political rights in UP also. I will enjoy the same political rights in Haryana also. So, this is a difference between Indian Constitution and US Constitution. US Constitution provides two citizenship, so there are two rights provided to the citizens. In India, only a single citizenship. So we have a same political rights either in Bihar, whether you born, or anywhere within the territory of the India country. Now the next salient feature of the constitution is independent bodies, independent bodies, independent bodies. Now Indian constitution not only provides for the legislative, executive and judicial organ of the government, but also provides independent bodies. Independent bodies means independent bodies means independent bodies means like CAG, comptroller and auditor, controller and auditor general of India. Second is election commission, which is very important. This is the body which elects, which conducts election. Third is UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. Fourth is State Public Service Commission. State Public Service Commission. So these are the independent bodies which Constitution provides us, other than the legislative, executive and judicial organ of the government. Now the next salient feature, which is very important, that is emergency provisions. That is emergency provisions. Emergency provisions. Now we will see what happens during emergency. Okay, emergency provisions. Emergency. Our constitution follows a federal system. Okay, our constitution follows a federal concept, but during emergency our federal system converts into a unitary system of government. Unitary system of government. Unitary system of government. I mean to say that all the power of the federal states that collapse and transform into a unitary one, and the whole power comes in the hand of the center, that is the president. So our Indian constitution provides certain power to the president to defend the country sovereignty, unity, integrity from external aggression, war or internal disturbances. So our constitution envisages emergency provisions. So Indian constitution contains elaborate emergency provisions to enable the president to meet any extraordinary situation effectively. The rationality behind the incorporation of these provisions is to safeguard the sovereignty, unity, integrity and security of the country, the democratic political system and the constitution. So emergency provisions. 15th salient feature, emergency provisions. Why is it? Why the emergency provisions are contained in the constitution? Emergency provisions enable the president to meet an extraordinary situation in the country. It provides power to the president to safeguard the sovereignty, unity, integrity, and security of the country. So emergency provisions enables the president to safeguard the country's unity, integrity, and sovereignty, and best of all, security of the country. Security of the country. So there are three emergency provisions. So there are three types of emergency provided in the Constitution. First is national emergency. National emergency. It erupts on the ground of external aggression, war, or armed rebellion. War or external aggression or armed rebellion. National emergency is applicable when there is war or external aggression or armed rebellion. The president goes for national emergency when there is war or external aggression or armed rebellion. Article 352 includes national emergency. Article 352. Now the second type of emergency is state emergency, which is also known as president rule. Now listen carefully. Whenever in a state there is constitutional machinery failure, then the state emergency incurred by the president. Whenever there is a constitutional machinery failure in the state, or the state is not able to comply the direction of the center, ultimately center is governing the state. Ultimately the center is governing the state. Although our constitution is federal, but we have a strong center. And if the state doesn't comply with the direction of the center, then it is the obligation of the president to impose president rule. Because state is not under the control of the center. Because state is not under the control of the center. States should be complied with the direction of the center. And if the state doesn't comply with the direction of the center, then state emergency will be incurred on that particular state. And the reason behind and the reasons causes for this state emergency are constitutional failure of constitutional machinery, Okay. Now second is this is failure of constitutional machinery in the state. This is included in the article 356. And second is, if the state is not able to comply with the center, then it comes under the purview of article 365. Okay. Now third type of emergency is financial emergency. Financial emergency. Now whenever the center is threatened to the financial stability or credit of the country, whenever there is a threat to the financial stability of the country, president imposes financial emergency. Threat, what is the cause behind the financial emergency? Threat to the stability of the finances of India. Or credit of India. Whenever there is a threat to the stability of the finances of India or credit of India, President imposes Article 360, that is Financial Emergency, Article 360. This is the 15th salient feature of the Constitution. Now we come to the 16th salient feature of the Constitution, that is three-tier government. Now what happens in three-tier government? I tell you. Now in our original Constitution, there is a provision of dual polity, means center and state. But in 1992, in the 73rd Amendment Act, 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, it provides a third tier polity, you can say, a third level of government, a third system of government, that is local government. So our 16th three-tier government, this is the 16th salient feature of our Constitution, three-tier government. This comes in the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992. Local government, local rural government. और पंचायती राज, सेवेंटी-थर्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट, सेवेंटी-थर्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 1992, लोकल रूरल पंचायत, लोकल रूरल गवर्नमेंट, पंचायत राज भी कहते हैं इसको, रिकॉग्निशन टू द पंचायती राज, local rural government by 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. In this Constitutional Amendment Act, it adds Schedule 11 and Part 9 for the rural local government, rural local government. And the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, Constitutional Amendment Act 1992. This was for the urban local government, which we called municipalities. So 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 gave recognition to the urban local government, that is municipalities, and 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 gave recognition to the rural local government, 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 that is Panchayat Raj. And in this 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, it adds Part 9A and Schedule 12. Schedule 12. Now, this is third tier government. Now the cooperative society. Another, the last salient feature of the constitution is cooperative societies. This is the 97th Constitutional Amendment Act. This is 17th salient features of the constitution. Cooperative societies. This comes after the 97th Constitutional Amendment Act in 2011. 97th Constitutional Amendment Act. Cooperative societies are recognized. It adds Part 9B, Parts 9B, Part 9B, and Article 243ZH2, 243ZT, okay, and to form cooperative societies is become a fundamental right, and to form cooperative societies is a fundamental right, Article 19, and one DPSP is also added. DPSP is also added to promote cooperative societies. That is Article 43B. So all the salient features of the constitution are over. Hope you like this class.